What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. So I'm just going out now to do my steps. I need to hit around about sorry, the mic's missing out. The camera is hot in Dubai at the moment. So I need to remember as well, I'm filming this camera, I need to keep it upright more, because I usually have it down here like that and it's not great. So we're gonna try and keep my hand up. But yeah, I got about, what is it, 6,000 steps, just over 6,000 steps to get done. So it's currently a Wednesday. What I'll do, guys, for this week's video, no mic up video, no training video, no food video. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this a bit simple, just give you an update on how the week's been so far and give you an update. Yeah, I'll overlay some training clips. I just trained back. It's now Wednesday today. I just trained back literally like 2 hours ago now. So I'll overlay some clips that I filmed for that back session. And yeah, it was a really good back session. I also did some posing afterwards, which I'll also overlay on this video. But yeah, I started. I got one of them. What are they called? Like the black background or the white screen the photographers use them, I think. It's got one of them for the house to pose in. It just looks a little bit better. It keeps the pictures consistent when you're posing and you're filming it, so that's good. I've definitely been doing a little bit more posing. However, I try not to do too much of it, because probably mentioned on the channel before, it does kind of get in my head a little bit, guys, and I'm sure like most bodybuilders have this problem also. You start seeing your physique like in the morning when it's flat and not a pump in the gym, you know, you just feel bad about the whole process and your physique. And especially when you're coaching yourself, like if you have a coach on your team, of course he's checking the pictures and you're following the plan and you don't need to make any changes and he's giving you the right advice. But when you're coaching yourself, guys, it's definitely harder and your mind can play a bit more tricks on you, because as you're getting leaner and leaner, the body fat's dropping, your emotions are going to be a bit all over the place. Like, it's just part of the process, right? So I'll give you an example from today. Like I posed in the morning and I did a high day on Sunday, I believe, and I went a bit too crazy with the food, a bit too high. So I was holding a little, like 2 pounds of water, and then the next day I dropped off a pound, and then the next day I dropped off another half a pound, right? But when I checked my physique yesterday, I was like really like, oh my god, I look terrible. Like, I've not made any progress. I can't be going on stage looking like this, you know, all the things going in your head, like, oh, I'm not lean enough and I'm behind schedule, I need to speed things up. All this was going through my head, guys. And then I posed again this morning. I'm not going to say I was looking good or feeling good about my physique, but there was slight improvements. I was like, okay, like we're looking a little bit better. I can kind of see the path now of where I need to go in terms of body fat and the timeline and the posing, how I'm going to improve the posing by just practicing all these things, right? But I still wasn't looking great and I wasn't happy with everything, right? So then I go to the gym. I did one client and then I trained afterwards, and yeah, I just went a bit like, I was gonna say crazy now, it's not crazy, but I just went like extreme high volume, guys. I had a really good session. I just went to town on the weights, you know. I was pushing the volume extremely high. I had a very good connection on most movements, and I'm sure I was holding a lot of glycogen still from the high day, because otherwise I wouldn't have had a good connection to my muscle, right, if I was depleted on glycogen. And I had a really good session, back session, hit the muscle. If an exercise was feeling good, I just did like 4 sets instead of the typical 2, and I just thought, I'm going to send it on the volume, guys. And then I posed afterwards, which is probably what you're going to see now on the screen, and yeah, I was quite impressed with my physique, guys, post-workout. Like, with good lighting, I found out a good spot in TK on the side when the sun comes over the other side of the building, like so in the afternoon. The lighting's pretty good there. as you will see on the footage. And yeah, I felt great then looking back at the footage. And that's kind of the roller coasters of prep, guys, and that's kind of how things go. It's up and down and changing this, that, and like you're seeing people online, right, who are also competing. Maybe some people that are competing at your show. Not that I'm like following anyone, but I do follow a few guys, and I know there's a few people. And the other thing, I follow the WMBF UK Instagram, and I need to check the stories, because just in case they put any announcements on there, right, that's something I need to be aware of. But the problem is, they're like everyone's tagging them, including myself. I mean, I haven't done it recently, but a few weeks back I tagged them in one of my pictures on Instagram. And now as it gets closer to the show, everyone's tagging them and they're reposting. So all these people, and you're seeing them in good lighting, and they're only posting the same as myself, good physique shots and whatnot. And then you start like thinking, whoa, that guy's competing. And the other thing as well is, like, I'm a pro bodybuilder, right? And I'm not sure of the standard in the UK, guys. I was talking with a few of the boys in the gym about this, and I'm going over there. Like, I follow bodybuilding in the UK. It seems like the standard is really, really high, and it seems like there's a lot of guys who are non-pros because they obviously compete in the WMEF maybe, and there's only one show each year where you can get a pro card, right? So it's very hard, and the standard's obviously increased by that. Versus if people are traveling around the world to multiple shows. I mean, I only ever competed in WMBF in the local in UAE, and I won my pro card after multiple attempts with that. Obviously, I went to Worlds and stuff, but yeah, I would say the UAE show is also good standard. Like, it's not like a. But like anyone who knows about that show, it is a high level show. I mean, you know that from the prize money and like the fact that there's so many guys competing. So how they were allowed to give 5 pro cards in bodybuilding, for example, on the day I competed, was because there was like 90 competitors or something stupid like that. It was a lot of guys competing, so it allows them. Bob Bell says that you can give out more pro cards, right? The more frequent numbers, which makes sense. That's kind of how they do things. So versus the UK show, I think they're only allowed 1 pro card or whatnot in per class, so it's harder. But obviously we're going to find out, guys. And the other thing that I find quite interesting and funny, like, I don't have a great relationship with my family. I mean, I have a good relationship with them. I speak to them all, like my dad, my mum, my sister, but not very, like, I speak to them like, I don't know, every couple of weeks or something like that, you know. And obviously they're all coming to watch my show. There's like going to be 6 of them: my dad, my mum, my sister, my niece, and my auntie, right? I think I listed everyone then. I hope I did. But yeah, they don't really follow bodybuilding, of course, obviously, and they don't, like, I'm not showing, like, they don't have social media, right? So I'm not showing them like kind of how I'm looking or anything, and they haven't seen me for 3 years, guys. Like, the last time I seen my family was like literally 3 years back, and obviously I've changed a lot since then, both in terms of my life but also my physique, like, has changed. And I obviously, when I go back home, I don't go flexing to my mum or anything, right? So she's not gonna see what I look like. Versus now, she's gonna be going to like her first ever bodybuilding show. She's gonna see her son on stage, which I'm sure I'm gonna look pretty impressive. Like, I hope I do anyway. But yeah, it's just gonna be interesting, because they have no idea what they're getting themselves into. Basically, they have no idea what they're watching. They have no idea what I'm gonna look like. So I'm excited for that. I'm obviously excited to see my family compete in the UK. The only thing that's like annoying me a bit is the fact that I miss like all the food in the UK, and I'm not going to be able to eat it, guys, because obviously I'm going to potentially, well, I mean, my last day in the UK is on the Monday after my show, so I'm going there for 10 days, but the whole time leading up is going to be like peak week and stuff, so I'm not going to be able to really do much. It's just going to be a case of get over there, yeah, get set up, try and like drop the fatigue and the stress off my physique as much as I can, just chill out, obviously relax, and then go into the show, guys. Like we're heading down to London on the Saturday because I got to do the lie detector test, and then I compete on Sunday. Like, so I told my family I'm gonna have, like, we'll go for a meal Sunday night to celebrate whatever happens on the show. So that's what I plan on doing. I mean, if I'm competing in WMBF in the UAE show on the Saturday, I'm gonna have to obviously not go too crazy with that meal off plan. Maybe it'll have to be like a steak or something, like a cleaner meal. But it depends how the show goes, guys. Like, if I do really well, obviously I'm gonna want to celebrate, like, and I still haven't decided on whether I'm competing in the UAE show or not yet. But what I might do is I'll take like a suitcase obviously with me, and I won't fill it up with too much clothes, so I'm not going to need much anyway. And I might buy a load of stuff there. I might buy some clothes there. I might buy, like, I want to pick up the new iPhone because it gets released in September. So I'm hoping that, I'm not sure the date when it's released, but I'm hoping that I can pick the new iPhone up there and obviously film some stuff around my show and when I'm back. And also I'll pack it in a load of food potentially, and just bring a load of food back, like I say food, like all the snacks and stuff, you know, that I don't get out here, because I don't know how long before I'm going to go back there. And at least then I can bring it back here once I'm off prep or in between shows where I got a bit more time and I can relax on the diet a little bit. That's when I'll obviously eat it. That was a ramble on there, guys. Anyway, but yeah, talking of in between shows, I haven't got, like, I got a rough idea what I want to do, but it's not set in stone, because quite frankly, guys, I want to see how this UK show goes, how I look like, because I don't want to go traveling around and doing a ton of shows if I'm not going to place well at these shows. The one good thing is that I'm doing obviously amateur shows this year, so I'm doing amateur men's physique and amateur classic bodybuilding, so that gives me a chance to do well and win a pro card, obviously, because it's amateur. Not saying that would be easy, because the standard's still going to be good in the amateur ranks. I mean, it's a new division, and you're also going to get a lot of bodybuilders jumping in the classic division. Men's physique, I'll give you an update on that. Like, I've always thought this, like, I don't really have the structure or the physique for men's physique. Like, my weak points are what stands out as a strong point for men's physique. And what I mean by weak points, I mean like my chest, my front delts, you know, even the side delts, my midsection, like all that area needs to be an extreme strong point, like when it comes to men's physique, and it's just not it's not my strong point. Like, the strong points to my physique is my legs, you know, it is my arms, it is my back, I would say, is being brought out a lot now, and it is a strong point, which back helps in men's physique, of course, which that will help me out. But in terms of like the front pose, which I would say in men's physique, the front pose is more important than the back pose, I would say. I don't know, and like the posing, I've practiced the posing a little bit, but yeah, I'm not feeling too confident about it, guys. So it's going to be interesting. It's a new challenge for me, so I'm not expecting to like turn up and win a pro card easy just because I'm a bodybuilding pro, you know. I'm not expecting that. I would say I stand more of a chance of winning a pro card in classic bodybuilding than I do in men's physique. But let's see, guys. I mean, it's going to be an interesting one. I'm excited to do both classes. And I know there's one guy, back to what I was talking about, the video at the beginning of the video, where like I'm not following guys who are competing. There's one bodybuilder that I am following. Well, I'm not really following him, but I know I've seen some of his posts, and I know he's doing the WMBF UK show. This guy is from America, and I think his body weight is like, I don't know, 85 kg plus, maybe even heavier. And this guy's a monster, guys. And like, I pretty much know he's probably gonna win that pro show already. Like you don't stand a chance against him. Something would have to go really wrong for you to like beat him, basically. He'd have to, I don't know, get food poisoning before, or it mess his peak up and look watery. Even then he'd still probably win, right? So in a way, the pressure for the pro show is kind of off me, guys. Like, I don't have much pressure regarding that. All I'm trying, well, I don't have much pressure in any of the shows, really. I mean, the only pressure I have is the pressure I put on myself, which I just want to do well of whatever I do in my life, not even outside of bodybuilding. But as long as, like, there's two things. As long as I present well on stage and look pretty good, which comes from practicing posing, guys, ultimately, and obviously peaking right and continuing to prep properly, which is all things I'm doing now. Well, I've been doing for the whole prep. And then secondly, I just want to make sure that I've made improvements on my last outing, like my last package, my last physique to stage back in September, I believe it was, last year in the UAE show, because I've always thought that I've progressed on stage, and like, because I'm competing every year, the margins are like quite small and I don't see massive improvements, like, but I'm just hoping that I definitely can see improvements, and I'm like, yeah, all right, you're still getting better, which I'm sure I will feel like that, but that's kind of the only thing that I'm hoping for, that I look better than last time. Because you never know who's going to turn up on the day, you never know how the peak's going to go and all the rest of it. But the key, guys, is like to de-stress and not stress about any of it. And that's something that I've done really well this prep, is like, arguably I've been too relaxed, like, and that's something I was talking about with one of my clients today, actually. I said, like, we're like 4.5 weeks out now, guys, and like, I fly to the UK in like 3.5 weeks. Or 3 weeks, so it's go time now, guys. Like, now is the time I can't be relaxed. Like, I have to focus, I have to do, like, if I need to do more cardio or more output or drop the food, like, now is the time to do it. Like, you don't want to be doing that stuff like going into peak week, right? So if anything, it's better to like push now, even go a faster rate of loss than 1% if you have to, slightly, and then obviously back off going into the show. Rest your physique up, let the fatigue drop off, and then that's where you're going to look good on stage. But yeah, there's nothing more really to update you on, guys. I'm just out here doing my steps. There's like a normal route that I always take. It's pretty hot as well, so like my heart rate's usually around like 105, 110 beats per minute. So it's basically like I'm sweating, like, you know, it's basically kind of like cardio. But yeah, I've been doing cardio like 2 times a week at the moment, like 30 minutes, moderate. But I'm gonna definitely add in a little bit more cardio going forward, like, which is a little bit annoying, but it's just part of what you gotta do. Like, for example, I trained this morning. I don't want to do cardio first thing in the morning, because from experience in the past, it kind of takes away from your session if you're gonna train mid-morning or even like early afternoon. It takes away from that training session, and obviously we need to prioritize the training as much as possible, guys. So I definitely don't want to do morning cardio, and I'm usually busy with clients in the morning anyway. So realistically, it's gonna have to be something like this. Like, I do my work in the mornings. I usually train around midday, sometimes afternoon if I have like clients all the way up to midday. And then I'm gonna have to go out for a walk like I'm doing now. So like late afternoon is gonna be like a 5k walk, and then obviously we're gonna have to get back, eat a meal, and then I'm probably gonna have to go back to the gym, guys. There's no probably about it, this is what I have to do. I'm gonna have to go back to the gym and then do like my PM cardio, and yeah, and then go back and then eat my last meal of the day. So that's kind of what the new schedule is going to be like, structure going forward. I'm not going to do cardio every day, but definitely more frequent, like 3 or 4 times a week, instead of just the 2. And I'm going to just keep it at 30 minutes each time, moderate pace. Right, I should start seeing some noticeable differences to my physique now from here on out. I'm currently 166 pounds, but like my lowest point was 164. I won my pro card at 160 pounds, guys, but I wasn't like shredded for that look. So I'm planning to be just under 160 if possible, but I'm not chasing the scale weight too much. that being said, like, we do need the scale weight to drop to see that we're losing body fat, like guaranteed that we're losing body fat. So I am dropping it, but I'm not like chasing the scale weight. I'm more focused on like the look and making sure like my training sessions are still quality, which they are. And yeah, like, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed these videos anyway, me rambling. I'm just trying to give you as much, like, document obviously my journey in bodybuilding, my process, the prep, like if there's any inspiring bodybuilders out there, first-time competitors, even guys chasing their pro card. Obviously I've achieved that, I've done that, self-coached myself. So if you can take something from this video, apply it to your own journey and training, hopefully it can help you achieve your goals. You know, that's kind of what I'm doing with these weekly videos, documenting the process and trying to give back some value. But of course, like, every person's different, so you got to kind of take what you learn online, take some things from it. Not everything I say you're gonna probably agree with, but I've definitely made a ton of mistakes, and then I've done things the right way, with myself and with my clients. So I've got like a vast amount of experience, knowledge around this sort of stuff. So yeah, and it's definitely like kind of the season for bodybuilding now, guys. There's a lot of shows. Obviously the Olympia's gonna be coming up, I think it's in like 10 weeks. So I really enjoy like kind of following the sport, even the assisted boys, because it just like motivates me to keep on going and whatnot. And funny, actually, I watched a video on YouTube last night, which was, I don't know if any of you guys know Mulligan Brothers. It's like a kind of motivational channel on YouTube. They filmed like Samson Dowda around the time when he won his Olympia and then went on to win the Arnold. And yeah, it was just a really good video. Like, you see his progression from where he was before, and obviously he became Mr. Olympia, which is just mental. But yeah, we can all get better, guys. You know, whether you're Mr. Olympia or you're chasing your pro card. I always touch this spot, guys. Don't ask me why, it's my OCD. And then I just walk back the way I've came then. Look, check the views out. So I used to live in the building here with a twisting building. Obviously now I live in JBR, which is over that direction. The beach is like over there where I usually walk on the beach. This is like Dubai Harbour over here. And look, you can see they're just building things all over the place. But it's a nice little walk anyway. Sometimes I do my steps inside, but sometimes I like coming out and walking as well. Get a little bit of a sweat on, guys. It's just nice with the views. What was I talking about? I can't remember now. Oh yeah, but anyway, back to the diet side of things. I found and I realized, like, I was doing high days with like cakes and biscuits and stuff, which is not great, guys, for terms of carb up. I was just being lazy, I guess, and that was kind of the foods that I wanted and thought I could get away with eating them. But I've really seen that, like, it just doesn't help the look, it doesn't help with performance. It kind of, you overspill a little bit, I think, due to like, there's a lot of added ingredients in the biscuits and the cakes and stuff, which are not going to be great for us bodybuilders. They're not really going to replenish glycogen. There's a lot of fat and saturated fat in these items, guys. So ultimately, like, I've done it throughout the prep, and I need to stop now. So the next time I carb up, it's going to be like, don't get me wrong, there's going to be some simple like fast acting sugars in there, but it's going to be a lot less. And like, most of my carbohydrates are going to come from the foods that I'm eating, like the rice, the oats. I can maybe add a few bagels in there here and there, but like, I can't go too much in terms of cakes and stuff. I need to like definitely make that change and adjustment going forward, which I will be doing. But there's not going to be too many frequent high days now anyway between the last couple of weeks, because we are in that phase where like I'm really digging, guys, and it's go time now. So if I've got to sacrifice and run like more than 7 low days in a row, then by all means, or baseline days in a row, then by all means I will do that. I'll do whatever it takes to keep pulling this body weight down and keep getting this body fat off. But yeah, I use this hat as well recently. I've just been wearing a hat because it just helps keep the sun off the head a bit. And my hair's a bit crazy, guys, look, as you can see. So we will be getting a perm before I head back to the UK and do the next show, that's for sure. For those of you that don't know, I got fake curls, guys. I've been getting a perm now for like, God, this has been like 8 years. I've been getting a perm now, probably 7 or 8 years, a long time. It's basically my normal hair now. But yeah, I just like how it looks, and it's just, you don't need to style it when it's like tight and short and curly. So yeah, we'll be getting that done just before we're heading out to the UK. And yeah, I'm excited for it, guys. Nothing more to say here. I don't want to keep this video going on too long. It's been 25 minutes already, so I'm gonna sign it out here. This is gonna be it for this week, because like I said before, guys, like I just felt like I just wanted to make a simple video this week. I don't want to have to edit. I don't want to have to talk and explain my training. I had a really good session today, just locked in, headphones in, focusing on what I needed to do in the gym, and it was really good. I don't want any distractions. Potentially next week we'll do a talk through video, but let me know what you want to see, guys, in the comment section. The last video that I did last week, which was a full day of eating, you seemed to like that video. I don't know, maybe it was the title when I said how everything I eat to get to 5% body fat, but like I think that video's got over like 120 views at the moment, which is way more than my other videos normally get around 40-50 views. I feel like most people just like to see anything regarding the diet, anything regarding food, but like if you put that buzzword in, the body fat, like also people like to lose body fat, right? So I'm happy to just film my food, guys, if that's what gets more views. So just let me know. If you don't like this talk through video, don't like it. Don't subscribe, unsubscribe, then I know not to make these type of videos. But that being said, guys, I'll see you next week anyway. Peace out.